Hey there Aquarius, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This one is for September 11th through to the 17th. So let's jump in and see what's on the cards for you. Just before I do dive in, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, Aquarius, you can think about leaving me a comment. I like to reply to as many as possible. Sometimes it takes me a few days, but I get there. So I'd love to interact with you, and also hit the subscribe button. It lets me know that you enjoy being part of this community, you like the content, and it really does help the reach that the videos get. So it makes it sustainable to keep bringing you the readings. So that would be amazing. Other quick announcements: if you'd like a personal reading at any time or a healing, the first link down below will pop you over to my website. You can check those out. I've got a freebie, a free Learn Tarot quick guide if you'd like to get started interpreting the cards for yourself. That's linked below, as is my paid offering, the Initiation. Now that's a more immersive online course, and that will teach you a full foundation in tarot, as well as my professional signature reading process. So if you're thinking about wanting to learn how to put it all together, how to build the story, how to develop your intuition, all of those things, so that you can do tarot readings for yourself, family and friends, and potentially move into paid readings, because that can be a great income stream, then that is your course. So that's down below. There's also a link to my Karmic community. That is my free email newsletter, where I share different things, and it's a bit of a self-development journey. And my Instagram, I am really active over there. I'm really enjoying that platform. I am doing daily readings and content over there. I'd love to have you with me. Okay, let's jump in. I'm going to start this with a Moonology Oracle card. Aquarius, let's see what we've got for you. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. All right, now it could be that for some of you, you have started something new, right? First quarter moon. And it's often when we get a certain way into something that we realize, like if it's a new job, we realize how much we don't know or how much we've yet to learn. When we start a new relationship, sometimes the fears or the insecurities can come up, like, am I good enough? Like, what if I get left? How will this end? Is this going to be my person forever? You know, all the things that play on the mind. Could be your commitment to a goal, like a savings plan or health goal here. Let's get some more info. So Aquarius, I've got just the major arcana here. And if you know about tarot, they are the big themes, the big life lessons. You are moving through with this situation. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay, now the Wheel of Fortune normally wants to bring expansion into your life. It wants you to go further, learn more, do more, be more, have more. Like, it is a real expansion energy. But of course, we need to say yes to it. We need to move in alignment with it. So yes, your commitment's being tested, but it feels like what is on offer here is a really new cycle that can bring so much more into your life. Now, it usually changes your luck or changes your fortune. Let's see where this is going, because sometimes we need to change cycles to embrace this energy, and I want to know which way this is going, because the Wheel of Fortune can talk about completion so that new doors can open too. Okay, I'll get 4 cards out from the Rider-Waite here, and I'll clarify as I go with the Star Child Tarot. So yeah, situation is the Empress. Like, that is a very, say, lucky energy, but it's an energy to work with that can bring great growth into your life. Yeah, that is the card. That's why when I said about the Wheel of Fortune, let's get the other ones out first. That's the one I had in my mind's eye. So yeah, we have a cycle change here. 5 of Swords. But what's waiting for you is so going to be worth it. All right, outcome. Beautiful. Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. Okay. I'll clarify as I go. Now, the Empress is the situational energy with the Hermit. Okay. Whew. Okay, right. So the Hermit, it's called Serenity in this deck with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I feel like your commitment is being tested, right? I really feel that you're wanting to be the Empress. You're wanting to be on purpose. You're wanting to be moving towards your goals, dreams, wishes, receiving great growth in your life. The Empress can be this, it's an energy of fertility, so it's whatever you want to create and grow. For some of you, it might actually be conception. For some of you, it's growing an abundant business, growing your finances, right? It's all of those things. Now, it comes in with the Hermit, and what I feel is that you've been in a bit of a silo, right? Like maybe there hasn't really been much happening, or it feels like there's a bit of an incubation or gestation period here, okay? Now, part of this, though, is the Ten of Swords, and that's in the challenge position, which I'll get to next. But I think there's a block to you, you know, really embracing this energy, and it's something to release or something to move away from. Now, the Hermit, I think you've been maybe deeply reflecting on that decision, and now is the time to take earthly action on that, because the Wheel of Fortune wants to shift for you, and it wants to, you know, bring you into the new cycle where your life will expand. So what I actually feel in these two energies is expansion and contraction, and you've got to walk the bridge in between them, because sometimes the Hermit, the shadow side of the Hermit, can be where we sort of hibernate or we don't really take action, and we end up a bit lost, losing our way, or missing the boat in a situation, or sort of checking out. And it's time to get back into the game again and start looking at what you really need to do to get to the Empress. And that for me is navigating the Ten of Swords. Let me get the clarifier for that one. It's endings. It's usually quite challenging endings. And if we look at that Five of Swords there, it feels like there is an element of stress, you know, struggle or fight in a situation that I feel, oh my goodness, I've just clarified the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Swords, while the Star, your Aquarian card, is at the bottom of the deck. This is your checkmate, Aquarius. This is your move to make. If you don't make this move, the other party, employer, partner, whoever you're dealing with, they won't, right? And that's probably part of the life lesson here, is actually moving away from situations when they have, you know, they are causing you this kind of stress. But the Ten of Swords always gives light to the Sun energy, right? Which is in the Empress, which is in the Knight of Pentacles. It carries you forward. And I'm really on this theme today of the fact that we're moving away from situations that aren't giving us the growth, or holding us back from our dreams, and you feel which ones they are. Moving away from them is one of the biggest radical acts of self-love that you really could, you know, make here, that you could really take. So we're looking at an ending. It feels like it is absolute time, and yes, it is painful, but it's a rip the band-aid off, and then we can move on to the new. The advice is the Five of Swords. And it says that, yeah, look, you could battle through maybe and tread water here, but it's going to come at a great personal cost. Generally with the Five of Swords, there's no real winners. Your commitment is being tested, but there's no real win here that doesn't come at a personal cost. It's about knowing when is the right time, Wheel of Fortune, to move away from that situation so the wheel can turn. Yeah, it comes in with the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, again, is like it's time to look further afield than this situation, right? This is keeping you kind of that insular energy and that going around in circles. And it's also feeling very like abrasive and not good for your mental health, the Swords. No good. So Two of Wands, it's time to look beyond the situation. There is an element of comfort here, otherwise you wouldn't have stayed as long as you have. So maybe, you know, you live with this person, there's shared property, or this job might be providing the income for you, right? There is some kind of golden handcuffs here. But the Two of Wands says that there is a potential far, far greater than probably what you can actually even imagine. And it's time for you to move towards that. Now, that doesn't happen without action. And, you know, that is just the laws, the universal laws here on a planet like Earth, is that we have energetic potential all the time around us, but we must meet that with action, or we miss it. Nothing really happens, right? You know, sometimes I see in the comments people saying, well, you know, we've been saying this for a year and nothing's happened, my life hasn't changed. And my first response is, what have you been doing? Like, What have you actually been doing to shift the needle here? Because, you know, otherwise energy remains latent, right? Latent potential, latent energy. So there's some action here for you to take, and often we just need to, you know, take the first step, and then the universe starts to show the way, or the path begins to unfold. That is very much what I have here at the end of the reading. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, and it says it's at least time to put the plan in place, right? Because a plan is actually a manifestation. It's an intention of what you will do, but it's actually more than a manifestation, a plan, because it has intention. But you then, in a proper plan or an action plan, you then put dates, you put times, you put resources, you put goals, you put milestones. It's got a lot more weight behind it. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles says, make that plan, take the first step, and that is what is going to tick that Wheel of Fortune over. It's what's going to set it in motion. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, I have the Queen of Cups. Our first Cups card comes through. Oh, second, if you want to count the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So we start to get emotion, we start to get happiness come through when we start looking in the future direction. Now, the Queen of Cups here, energy of intuition and heart. That is so essential for decision making. If we make decisions just from logic, right, what adds up on paper, the pros and cons, it might make sense for you to stay here, right, even though it's abrasive AF, right, or it's in Five of Swords and I have to struggle. Like, how long do you want to struggle for? If you add the lens of making an emotionally intelligent decision, how you truly feel, what you really intuit, I think you'd be at home right now drawing up that action plan and then reaching out and making a move towards that action plan, because the Page of Wands is usually good news, meaning that, you know, whatever it is that you're needing to move out of the situation and transition to the new is probably closer than what you think, knocking at your door, and you'll get a message of good news if you do seek. So the Page of Wands, it says that there's new growth, there's new potential, life wants to take you on a new adventure, right? But we have to work with that energy. And this is about you just, you know, rediscovering magic again. So your commitment's being tested, but for very good reason, right? Because where you're headed is far greater than where you are right now. And I come back to those two words, checkmate, Aquarius. This move is yours to make. And the sooner you make it, the sooner that big wheel turns for you. So that's what I have, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you would like a personal reading, first link down below will take you where you need to go. And please don't forget to like, share, comment, hit subscribe on your way out. I'd be so grateful for that. I will see you very soon for another one. Sending love and magic for now.